Hello students, today we are going to start chapter number 6, India, our country. In this chapter you will learn about area and region, location and extent, the northern mountains, the northern plains, the great plateaus, the coastal plains, the island, the great Indian desert, political division. India is our motherland. It is also called Bharatvarsh. We are one of the oldest civilization of the world. India is the seventh largest country of the world with an area of 3.28 million square kilometers. It ranks after Russia, Canada, China, USA, Brazil and Australia. India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal and Bhutan together form a distinct geographical unit popularly known as the Indian subcontinent. It has a very distinctive culture of its own as it is separated from the rest of Asia by a long chain of lofty mountains, Himalayas. In the north, India was a colony of British Empire for about 200 years. After China, India is the most populous country in the world. India is the largest democracy in the world. Its official name is the Republic of India. India became an independent country on 15th of August 1947 and a republic on 26 January 1950. Location and extent. India is situated in the northern hemisphere. It is located in the southern part of Asia. It consists of the mainland and two groups of islands. These are Lakshadweep in the Arabian Sea and Andaman and Nicobar Island in the Bay of Bengal. The mainland of India extends from about 8 degrees north to 37 degrees south latitudes and from 68 degrees west to 97 degrees east longitude. The latitudinal and longitudinal extent of India is roughly about 30 degrees each. The north-south extent of the mainland is about 3,200 km, whereas the east-west extent is about 2,900 km. This is the image of map of countries larger than India. The Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degrees north, passes through the middle of the country and divides it into almost two equal parts. The area lying in the north of the Tropic of Cancer is called subtropical India and the southern area is called tropical India. Situated to the east of the prime meridian, India lies in the eastern meridian. In the south India, it is projected into the ocean, dividing it into two parts, the Arabian Sea in the west and the Bay of Bengal in the east. The southern part of India is peninsular shape, that is why the country is called Indian Peninsula. India is the only country in the world after which an ocean, that is Indian Ocean, has been named. India is surrounded by Pakistan and Afghanistan in the northwest, China, Nepal, Bhutan in the north, and Myanmar and Bangladesh in the northern east. Pak Strait separates India and Sri Lanka. Map of India and its neighboring countries. The longitudinal east to west extent of India is about 30 degrees. 30 into 4 is equals to 120 minutes. This means that the sun rises about 2 hours earlier in the eastern part of India than in the western part. To bring uniformity of time all over India, a centrally located meridian that is 82.5 degrees east has been selected as the standard meridian for India. It is 5.5 hours ahead of the Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. Do you know? A distinct part of a continent is called subcontinent. With the opening of Suez Canal route, the distance between India and Europe has reduced to 7,000 km. India's sea route to Europe was through the Cape of Good Hope around the southern tip of Africa before the construction of Suez Canal. The southernmost tip of the mainland of India is Cape of Kanyakumari, Indira Point, southernmost tip of Indian territory that lies in the Nicobar Island, but it got submerged in the tsunami of 2004. The smiling face of our country. The Indian subcontinent is separated from the rest of Asia by a continuous chain of young fold mountains. India has worked landforms or relief features. The relief features are divided as the northern mountains, northern plains, the plateaus, the coastal plains, and the islands. Physical map of India. The northern mountains. The northern mountains are along the northern border of India from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. The Karakoram range runs along the northern border of Kashmir. The world's second highest peak, K2, lies here. The largest glacier, Siachen, lies here. The Himalayas extend in the northwest to the northeast in an arc shape along the border up to a length of 2,500 km. There are three parallel ranges. The northernmost range is called Himadri or Greater Himalaya. It remains covered with snow throughout the year. Mount Everest, the highest peak of the world, lies in this range in Nepal. Kanchenjunga is the second highest peak of the Himalayas. It lies in Sikkim, India. Several rivers rise from the glaciers of the Himalayas and flow towards India. To the south of Himadri lies the Himachal or Middle Himalayan range. Shimla, Mussoorie, Nainital and Darjeeling belong to this range. They are famous hill stations. Several beautiful valleys lie in this range. The Kashmir Valley is one of them. The southernmost range of the Himalayas is known as Shivalik. It is made up of soft sedimentary rocks which are prone to earthquake. Its height varies from 900 to 1200 meters. The mountains of the northeast region are called Purvanchal or the Eastern Hills. They are of medium height. Patkaibum, Naga Hills, Mizo Hills are some of the prominent hills. Jaintia, Khasi and Garo Hills extending from east to west of Meghalaya are also the part of Purvanchal. The Northern Plains. The Great Northern Plains extended from Punjab to Assam to the south of the Shivalik Range. This is a low-lying flat and uniform land. It has been formed by Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra rivers and their several tributaries. Alluvial soil is found here. On the basis of the major river system, the plains are divided into three basins. The Indus Basin lies in the northwest. The Satluj, tributary of Indus, along with its tributary Ravi, Beas and Chenab, has made the plain of Punjab. Major part of Indus Plain is in Pakistan. The Ganga Basin is the largest and the Yamuna is the longest tributary of Ganga, which join at Allahabad. The other tributaries of Ganga are Gomti, Ghagra, Gandak and Kosi, which rise in the Himalayas and join Ganga at several points. The Brahmaputra Basin lies in Assam. It is small in size. The Ganga and the Brahmaputra rivers form the biggest delta in the world before falling into the Bay of Bengal. This delta is called Sundarbans due to the presence of Sundari tree. Delta is a low-lying triangular area where the major rivers is split into several channels. The northern plains have all ideal conditions for human settlements. They are densely populated and are the biggest producers of food grains. Do you know? The rivers which join a major river are called tributaries. The Great Plateau. The Great Plateau lies into the south of the northern plain. The upper part is known as the Central Highland and the triangular part is known as the Great Peninsular Plateau. The Central Highland comprises of Aravalli Mountains, the Vindhya Mountains and several small plateaus extending from west to east. The Narmada and the Tapi rivers lying to the south of Vindhya range flow westward into the Arabian Sea. The triangular plateau is bound by the Eastern Ghat and the Western Ghat. The Western Ghat are higher and continuous while the Eastern Ghats are cut by rivers at several places. The coastal plains. They are divided to eastern and western coastal plains. The eastern coastal plains are very fertile. It is broader and the Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri rivers form a delta at their mouth before falling into the Bay of Bengal. The northern part of the eastern coastal plain is referred as the Northern Circars, whereas the southern part is called Coromandel Coast. The western coastal plain along the Arabian Sea is narrow, uneven, rocky. Small rivers rising from the Western Ghat flow swiftly into the Arabian area. They do not form any delta. The northern part of this place is called Konkan Coast, while the southern part is called Malabar Coast. The islands. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands extending in the north-south direction lie in the Bay of Bengal. They are of volcanic origin. The Lakshadweep Islands are located off the coast of Kerala in the Arabian Sea. They are formed by the coral polyps. Corals are short-lived sticky species that flourish in shallow and warm water. The varied relief features of India are complementary to each other. The northern mountains form a long wall along the northern border and are a big source of water. The plains feed the larger population of India and the plateau is rich in minerals. The Great Indian Desert. Beyond the Aravalli Range in the west, the northern plains have extended into a desert region. This desert has been named the Thar Desert or the Great Indian Desert. Very little rainfall occurs here, so it is a very dry region. Hot dry winds are common here. The desert sands are away are always blown about by the wind and make sand dunes. Sand dunes are hills of loose sand. They keep changing their shape in the direction of the wind. The Indira Gandhi Canal carries water from the river Satluj to other areas in the northern part of desert. Political division. India is a vast country and has been divided into 28 states and 8 union territories. India is a fast developing nation. The people of India have the feeling and spirit of tolerance and brotherhood. India is the largest democracy in the world. We Indians have unity in diversity. This is the political map of India. States/union territories and their capitals. States capitals. Andhra Pradesh, Amravati, Arunachal Pradesh, Itanagar, Assam, Dispur, Bihar, Patna, Chhattisgarh, Raipur, Goa, Panji, Haryana, Chandigarh, Gujarat, Gandhinagar, Haryana, Chandigarh, Himachal Pradesh, Shimla, Jharkhand, Ranchi, Karnataka, Bangalore, Kerala, Tiruvananthapuram, Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal, Maharashtra, Mumbai, Manipur, Imphal, Meghalaya, Shillong, Mizoram, Aizawl, Nagaland, Kohima, Odisha, Bhubaneswar, Punjab, Chandigarh, Rajasthan, Jaipur, Sikkim, Gangtok, Tamil Nadu, Chennai, Telangana, Hyderabad, Tripura, Agartala, Uttarakhand, Dehradun, Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow, West Bengal, Kolkata. Union territories: Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Port Blair, Chandigarh, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu, Silvassa, NCR, National Capital Territory of Delhi, Lakshadweep Island, Kavaratti, Puducherry, Jammu and Kashmir, Srinagar, Ladakh, Leh. Summing up, after China, India is the most populous country in the world. India is the largest democracy in the world. India is situated in the northern hemisphere. It is located in the southern part of Asia. The mainland of India extends from about 8 degree north to 37 degree south latitude and from 68 degree west to 97 degree east longitude. The north-south extent of the mainland is about 3,200 km, whereas the east-west extent is about 2,900 km. Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degree north passes through the middle of the country and divides it into almost two equal parts. The southern part of India is a peninsular shape. That is why the country is called Indian Peninsula. India, a centrally located meridian that is 82.5 degree east, has been selected as the standard meridian for India. It is 5.5 hours ahead of Greenwich Mean Time (GMT). The southernmost tip of the mainland of India is the Cape of Kanyakumari. Indira Point is the southernmost tip of the Indian territory. The northern mountains are along the northern border of India from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. The northernmost range is called Himadri or Great Himalaya. Mount Everest, the highest peak of the world, lies in this range in Nepal. The Ganga and the Brahmaputra rivers form the biggest delta in the world. Before falling into the Bay of Bengal, this delta is called Sundarbans. Thank you, class. Next meet for the next chapter.